Hello and welcome to another episode of Disney Movie Investigations. If this is your first time watching, welcome to the show. This is our bonus episode chosen by you, the votes, on our Facebook page for the month of October. I do apologize that this video is a bit delayed. I was on vacation for the last 2 weeks and thus the delay. But for this episode, we are taking a look at the 1991 spooky comedy, The Addams Family, starring Angelica Houston and Christopher Lloyd. And if you are enjoying these videos, please do hit that subscribe button. That way you will never miss a single one of our episodes. But for now, sit back and enjoy this episode of Disney Movie Investigation. So before we get into the movie itself, I thought we would take a brief history look at the Addams Family. So the Addams Family was created by American cartoonist Charles Addams in 1938. And the original family included Gomez, Morticia, Wednesday, Pugsley, Uncle Fester, Grandmama, Lurch, and Wednesday's pet octopus, Aristotle. The hand Thing was added in 1954, and in 1964, Cousin It and Morticia's pet lion, Kitty Cat, was added to the family. The original cartoons appeared in the New York Times as one-panel gags, and then in 1964, ABC produced a TV series based on the original cartoons, and the show was shot in black and white and lasted for 2 seasons. In 1973, The Addams Family appeared as an animated series that ran on NBC from 1973 to 1975. And then interesting note that for that series, 10-year-old Jodie Foster was the voice of Pugsley. Thought that was a bit of interesting trivia. So in terms of the Addams Family movie, it was released on November 22nd of 1991, and it was directed by Barry Sonnenfeld. The screenplay was by Carolina Thompson and Larry Wilson, the production companies being Paramount Pictures and Scott Rudin Productions, and it was distributed by Paramount Pictures in the United States and Latin America, but it was distributed by Columbia Pictures internationally. The budget for this movie was $30 million, with a box office return of $191.5 million. So let's take a look at the development of the movie. So Scott Rudin was an executive at Fox, and he pitched the idea of developing the Addams Family into a theatrical movie. Fox was enthusiastic about the project and asked Rudin to secure the film rights. Unfortunately, this hit a snag because Orion Pictures, who did have the theatrical rights to the Addams Family, would not sell, as they were currently developing a reboot TV series featuring the Addams Family characters. This TV series would never develop, and Charles Addams' widow owned a portion of the rights to her late husband's characters, and she would agree to sell them to Orion Pictures, but not to Fox. Orion would agree to make a theatrical movie with Scott Rudin producing, and original producers wanted Tim Burton to direct the film, but unfortunately he was preoccupied with finishing up Batman Returns. Barry Sonnenfeld took the job, with this being his first directing job, as he had been previously a director of photography on several motion pictures. The film was shot on stage 3/8 soundstage at Hollywood Center Studios in Los Angeles, and this was the same soundstage as the original TV series being shot, so they wanted to keep it all in the family. The last 3 months of production, director of photography Owen Roseman quit to be replaced by Gail Tattersall. However, mere weeks later after that, Tattersall was rushed to the hospital, so Barry Sonnenfeld ended up taking over as director of photography. Further production delays occurred when a blood vessel burst in Raul Julia's eye, and Barry Sonnenfeld's wife unfortunately became sick. Angelica Houston also had her fair share of problems, as playing the character of Morticia required to have her eyes slanted upward, and this was achieved by using elastic bands attached to the back of her head, which Houston would later recall in interviews caused her extreme uncomfortable pain. Also during this time, Orion Pictures, having produced several flops, sold the Addams Family theatrical movie to Paramount Pictures. Orion would go on to regret this decision, as the movie would become a huge financial success. So let's take a look at the cast. So we have Angelica Houston, who plays Morticia Addams, Raul Julia, who plays Gomez Addams, Christopher Lloyd, who plays Uncle Fester, and Gordon Craven, Christina Ricci plays Wednesday Addams, Jimmy Workman plays Pugsley Addams. Judith Malina plays Grandmama. Carl Strachan plays Lurch. Dana Ivey plays Tully. Elizabeth Wilson, Abigail Cravern, and Christopher Hart's Hand plays Thing. So now that we know the players, let's take a look at the plot. So when a man claiming to be Fester, Gomez Addams' missing brother, arrives at the Addams family home, the family is thrilled. But Morticia suspects the man is a fraud because he can't recall certain details of Fester's life. With the help of his lawyer, Telly Alford, Fester manages to get the Addams clan evicted from their home. Gomez realizes that the two are conspiring to swindle the Addams fortune and that he must challenge the imposter Fester. So this movie, being a huge success, had several kind of tie-in products featuring. Ocean Software released a video game version of the film for the Super Nintendo, Sega Master, and Sega Game Gear systems. And a pinball game was created based on the film, and this would become the highest-selling pinball game of all time. The movie was a huge hit as well, so that a sequel was developed immediately called Addams Family Values, and then a third direct-to-video sequel, Addams Family Reunion, was also released. A rebooted animated series debuted on CBS in 1992 titled The Addams Family, the Animated Series. This series lasted, unfortunately, only one season. A Broadway musical premiered on March 8, 2010 that starred Nathan Lane and Bebe Neuwirth. And then finally, in 2021, Netflix announced a new live-action series called Wednesday, and this series would focus on Wednesday solving mysteries as a teenager. Jenny Ortega was cast as Wednesday, and Tim Burton signed on to be the series director. It was later announced that part of the series, Catherine Zeta-Jones, was cast to play Morticia. So would I recommend this movie? I think this movie is a great family comedy. I love the laughs, and I think it holds up to this day. Definitely still made me chuckle while watching the film. I think Raul, Julia, and Angelica Houston performances are standouts, and they really carry the film. I love the story and how simple it is, and it's a great way to introduce the characters for those younger people that may not be familiar with the Addams Family. Several sequences made me laugh out loud. One of the ones that is most memorable to me is when Thing, the scenes with Thing continue to make me laugh. One that stands out a lot is Thing working at the mailroom delivery, kind of as the mail boy. I thought that was hilarious, and it still made me laugh. Overall, I definitely recommend this movie, as I think it's great for the whole family, and definitely one to check out. So thank you for joining us this week on Disney Movie Investigation. Please leave a comment on what you think of the Addams Family, and are you looking forward to the new Netflix series? So for our next video, we are going to look at some of the movies that are featured under Disney Star as we take a look at Amelia, starring Hilary Swank. And so until next time, I hope you have a magical day, and we will see you real soon.